Hello everybody!
We're live.
We are live. Alright.
This time I'm here.
Yeah, Sophia's back. I promise you she did finish the workout last time. Was
Yeah, I
that
did.
Tuesday?
I don't know, last one.
Last one. Yep. She also had to do some of it in the rain, like me. So we're even. We changed the location, as you can see.
Yeah, we're on the beach. Nobody's here.
There's nobody else here. We found a lockdown German beer bar.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Sadly, it's closed.
Yeah, it's at least close.
Either way, we would get some after.
Quick carbohydrate to accelerate and boost recovery. To get a little drunk. Oh, nice to see first 10 people already with us. There's still some minutes before we start.
Yeah.
Oh, we got 3 minutes. If you have any questions, now's the time. You got 3 minutes of chit chat with us. So ask along as we wait for the rest. We can already spoil that today is gonna be the hardest session we had so far. Yes. First viewer. We got here first. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be a bit like we did last week, a combination of jumps and some of the
Drawing.
and some classic dryline.
Yeah.
This is double trouble. That's gonna be painful.
Little more jumps, but same
Yeah.
drawing.
Yeah, that's also how you wanna like structure a season. That you wanna at first build your capacity to function with lactic acid in the legs and still be efficient. And then as you get closer to racing, you wanna turn up the intensity, the jumps, the explosiveness, and that's hopefully gonna leave you with less fatigue, but a little better fitness, and do a long distance with Sophia.
Long distance?
Long distance? We have a long distance relationship.
Yeah. Not now, but in general, yeah.
Oh shit! Sophia had her first inline training session.
Yeah, it was fun.
No crashes, lots of
Yeah.
speed.
Basically, nothing similar with short track. It's just never ending straight away.
So if you're a short track skater out there, there's no hope.
I really struggled with turns, and like every time I stood up, I lost my balance. Like couldn't, like almost fell. It was horrible, to be honest.
All right, from my point of view, for her first time, she was incredibly good at it. She skated pretty fast. Maybe there's gonna be a video on it. If you don't follow Sophia on Instagram, check her out. She does a lot of cool stuff, and also dryline. Oh, we got 1 more minute, and then we're gonna start the actual workout, or the explanation of it at least.
Nice to see 20 people.
Yeah, damn,
So
we haven't started yet. I
I'm
wonder if we're
nervous.
just like 20 people before we get started, and then the second we go into skating position, like
Yeah.
half gone. No, last time was impressive. We had, at the end of the workout, we had 40 viewers live. That was really cool. I imagine those 40 people were not just sitting on the couch.
Oh, nice seeing people who does workout with us.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey Italy, hey India. I mentioned it last time, I think Sophia said it before also. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what country you're from. Let us know if you're doing this inside, outside. Hopefully not with too many people gathered together.
Yeah.
Stay safe there. But just, yeah, to motivate each other, it's pretty cool to know that we have this whole group of skaters that are staying fit. Even in times of
Corona.
yeah. All right, it's
time.
it's 4. We got almost 30 people following live already. That's pretty impressive.
Like 24, but yeah.
24. Oh, did we lose a few views just because I complimented you guys? We start every live by saying this, that we have a live or a super chat function down below at the bottom of the live chat. There's like a dollar sign. If you click on that, you can donate any amount of money. I think it starts like $50 or even less, and that's gonna help us to develop this channel, to allow us to make more content, more live streams. Hopefully, we talked about buying some better equipment. We don't know if the sound is really that good. So that would be really sweet. If you want to help us out, then we'll help you back and let your legs hurt a little more. And if you want to know how to make this single workout part of your full training program, there is also a link to a program I made, a 3-month training program with everything you would need to improve on skates, also down below. And I think that was all the spam for today.
He'll repeat at the end of the
I'll make sure to repeat it. And yeah, let us know where you're from. Let us know how it's going. If it's hurting, we try and hide it, but you're welcome to let us know. If you have any questions, we have time to explain throughout the workout. Oh, Dubai. That's a first from Dubai.
Dubai.
Hey, Dubai. We're in
So
Portugal.
exotic.
From Denmark.
I've been in Dubai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
God, I'm not that excited yet. We're gonna get to it.
Yeah, I'll guide you through all the exercises
We
as
can
usually.
lower this a little.
Yeah.
I'll try and demonstrate.
And
Hello.
Yeah, I'll try to demonstrate.
It's a very unfair repetition of the work.
Basically, if you followed us in the previous videos, it's almost the same thing.
Gonna start with the jumps?
Yeah, we're starting with the jumps. Straight away jumps. First set is gonna be 8 sets of 15 seconds. High jumps. So basically, focus on and jump as
altitude
high
of it,
as high as you can. Yeah, like this. The main focus should be on the explosive. We jump as high as we can, but if you're new to this, try to keep it like 60-70% the first time and then build it up to 100, so prevent of any injuries. Yeah, and stay safe. The second after 8 times of 15 seconds with 45 seconds off, right? 45 seconds off. Yeah, every minute we start. We'll have almost the same, but mainly focus on the longest jumps. So focus on
Should I demonstrate?
yeah, explosive and
focus on the length
just
of
jump as so you can make it like Viktor, he crosses his leg, or like me, I like just stay in the position. Yeah, just choose whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. I would say the way I just showed it, where you like use this leg as like a kind of balance, it makes it easier to catch balance. So if you're struggling with that, you can use that. It also allows you to load a little more force in this to go off. On the other hand, it takes a little more core stability because it's easy to just let the upper
If you
body.
struggle to keep your upper body straight, just stick to the classic one, as me. My core is really weak, so I stick to the
Which is good
classic.
balance.
Yeah, and that's it for the jumps. So we'll have total 16 minutes of jumps, 15 seconds on, 45 off. Yeah, 2 types of jumps, and we'll finish with it and move to the classic dryland. We'll have 5 exercises, 3 sets as usually. The first exercise called taps. You pull basically that's how you do it. 3 on each leg. 4 levels. If you're new to this, try with 30 seconds.
That goes for every exercise.
Yeah, 30
the whole day.
Yeah, the 30 seconds on, 2.5 minutes off. Yeah. Second level is 1 minute on, 2 minutes off. The third level is 1.5 minute on, 1.5 minute off. That's what I'm gonna do. And the elite level, like Viktor.
If you're dumb enough to do what I do.
2.5 minutes on,
2 minutes on, 1 minute off.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Did you try to make me do extra?
Yeah, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. Sorry.
Sneaky.
It was last one. And yeah, the next exercise is hops, outward hops. Really struggle with this one, but it takes a lot of balance and focus. Also 3 each leg, each side. The third exercise is circles. Yeah, you'll feel your glutes firing, but that's what is the exercise about. 3 each leg. The fourth one is
Killzone.
Killzone, my favorite. push into the ground, relax your upper body, and focus on the position. Don't forget to look in front.
Yeah, there's almost no movement in the Killzone, so that's a really good opportunity to try and, like Sophia said,
Yeah.
just focus on the position of the body and that smooth weight
Yeah.
transfer. So simple that you can work on the basics on that one.
Yeah, it's really good for basics. And the last one,
Oh yeah, speaking of weight transfer.
but not the least one, up downs with transfer. Up downs with transfer.
So it's like one leg squat,
Yeah, one leg squat and
Up.
transfer.
down.
It's
transfer.
really good, like that we have Killzone before this one, because you can focus on the technique and then like apply the straightaway technique to this exercise.
That is actually.
And yeah,
You may want to be aware and notice that we call it Killzone.
Killzone.
The real name of the exercise is Killzone, and Killzone is just because we're hungry as hell.
yeah.
We also, I think it's more like a personal preference, but this training program is designed for you to have a shawarma meal right after, which
like us.
which we keep, and it's a good tradition. You deserve it. Today's gonna be hard. Total workout time is going to be, what's that, 55 minutes with the rest for the dry line, and then 16 minutes plus 4 minutes rest. It's gonna be an hour and 15 minutes of intense work.
Yeah.
We start out fast and then we finish slowly but painfully.
Yeah.
God,
That's
I
what
wanted
it
that to
works.
sound better than it did. Are you okay?
I'm excited.
How about we start in the minute 15? Then everybody got time to get their clocks ready. If you have any
We
questions
got
to the
less
workouts.
viewers. People got scared.
Are you scared now? No, I really. Let us know how many of these workouts you actually participated in and finished. Oh, I should also mention we put it all in a playlist on YouTube, so you can go back and watch the other workouts. As those of you that have followed us for a while may have noticed, they get harder and harder.
Yeah.
We noticed as well. So if you want to start out easy, you can of course do this at the beginner level, but you can also go back later on and rewatch the other videos. This video, as all the other videos, they're all uploaded on YouTube afterwards. But let us know how it goes, and let us know how badly it hurts. We're gonna start in 20 seconds, and these are the vertical high skate jumps. As always, Sophia's gonna demonstrate from the side, and I'll try and demonstrate from a front view. Let's get ready in 10 seconds. 15 seconds of jumps, 45 seconds off. 3, 2, 1, and we go. Rest. How you feel 5 seconds? Oh, 5 seconds extra compared to last week. It's a whole lot of seconds. Oh,
Was
see.
it like 10? Was there 10 last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
God damn. Is there any specific exercise for speed and marathon? That is a very good question, because I would say that this is a very specific exercise for speed. And if you tag along in 20 minutes, we're gonna come up to 5 exercises for marathons. Basically any kind of endurance. Just 10 seconds. Same thing. Same effort. 5, 2, 1, and jump. Rest. Huh.
Yeah, I feel like 5 seconds are hard.
Yeah, that's hard. Breathing is hard. It's good for the calories, guys. I'm in zone 3.
I'm on 3 too.
Intense. No, but in general, all the explosive stuff that we do now is good for speed and sprint. Especially the weight transfer exercises are good for marathons, because the better you are at using your weight when you're skating, the better you will be at saving your muscle energy for the end of the race, which is the goal of a marathon, so you don't fatigue at cruise speed. Oh, 6 seconds. God, time flies. 2, 1, jump. Rest. Is that 3? Yeah. 3 down. Remember, we got 8 of these, 8 of the other ones. Oh. The worst part about today is that it's not really that windy, so you can hear our breathing. There's no hiding. Hey Igor, where are you from? Let us know. I'll try and look at all the live chats after and count how many different nationalities we have. See if we can set a new PB for today. We start in 10 seconds. And 5. That's gonna be hard. 2, 1, jump. Rest. That's 4, halfway with the first part. Oh, more and more people joining. Hey, Bipin, if I pronounced that correctly. Hey, where are you from? Let us know where you're from. Tracy, Orlando, Florida. Wow, cool. An American? Oh, I miss the US.
Oh, you'll go back soon.
We both trained in the US for a long time. I lived there for 2 years. Sophia lived there for
4 months.
4 months. That's where we met. Cool place in Utah. Good altitude training.
Yeah.
And I'll be going back there as soon as I can. We start in 5. We're done 4. Not the 4. 2, 1, go. Rest. Oh. 5.
5.9 to go. Jeez.
We're friends on TikTok. Yes. I'm sorry about not being super active on TikTok. But instead we got the YouTube channel. It's a different audience, also very different content. But we strive to do our best. Got 15 seconds and we go jump again. Also 5 seconds. That's right. 3, 2, 1, jump. Rest. 2 more. And we're halfway with the jumps.
Not 3 more?
Well, given that we did 6, we just gotta do 8. Huh. Yeah, more and more people. Every time we do one set, there's one more live.
I'm sorry I'm not talking to you if it's really hard. I didn't expect it to be that hard.
We're not moody, we're just tired. It's hard.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Even though this is explosive speed work, find your balance first. Technique always comes first. In 3 seconds, 2, 1. Rest. All right, one more. And we just shorts the kind of exercise. Hey, from Basque Country. Oh, that's nearby.
So warm here. Sorry for complaining.
If it's harm or good to take cold water.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Water is always good. Make sure to hydrate. You can absorb about 1 to 1.2 liters of liquid per hour and about 400 to 500 calories from carbohydrate, I think. So make sure to drink a lot. If you can combine it with some sugar, that would be great. We start in 5 seconds. Last one. And jump. Rest. I'm glad you asked about cold water. Oh, Poland. Hello, Poland. Dobry dziękuję.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. God, so close.
Cześć.
Cześć. No, because I'm pretty sure I read a study lately, or I did read a study lately about the temperature of the water you drink when you do sports. And ideally you don't want it to be too cold, because then it's harder for the body to process it, and you spend a little extra energy heating it up inside the body. It doesn't mean you have to go for 37 degrees Celsius, but we got 3 seconds this time, long jumps.
Long jump.
Let's do it. Rest.
No, 7 more. Jeez.
Nobody heard that. 7 more. And we got a few more viewers. Like the harder it gets, the more people join. That's the spirit. Nice to have Poland. What are we at? India, Poland,
Dubai.
Dubai, the US, Spain.
Are there any Russians?
Is there any Russians? I guess we're here. Russia, Denmark, and Portugal. Makes it 3.
Portugal is with us.
I'll try and go in the back. Start in 10. 5. 7, 2, 1, jump. Rest. 2.
Going to zone 4.
Woo. Zone 4. Apparently there is a skate jump threshold. I purchased your 3-month training program. Is there a way you can download the program? There is not at the moment. You have to be online to view it. I know you can always like screenshot the individual workouts of it, or even the weekly plan, but you can't download it as such to use it online. I know it's adapted for mobile phones, so it should be okay on all platforms, but no download. We start in 3, 2, 1, jump. Rest. That's 3, right? 3 down. Thanks a lot for joining the 3 months or 12-week program. Can we schedule a practice session, like 3 days off skate and 3 days with skate in a week? Yeah, definitely. At least for now, that would be a pretty good variation of it. My goal was to become a good inline skater, I would do more actual inline skating and take down the dry line a notch, maybe twice a week. That's what we do. And then do a little more inline skating. Cool. At least in competition season. We start in 5,
3, right?
2, 1, yep. Rest. Solid job, halfway. It's 4 more sets, 4 more minutes. And we can spare the lungs after that. The legs still have to do a terribly hard job. Oh, there's one for you, Sophia. Igor says something I can't pronounce even.
Если клетка копаюсь, у меня 156. Только что 160 был, я клянусь. What is my heart rate?
Confidential? Confidential. Mine is 125 right now. We started in 5, and that was after 30 seconds of rest. 2, 1, jump. Rest. 3 more. I wonder how high I get my heart rate now.
So you said 3.
So Sophia's heart rate is
163.
163. Can anybody beat that?
167.
Woo, 167. I'm at 128. I'm out of reach. Not that it's not hard for me. I think I'm just lower.
Lower in the hard zones.
Yeah. Still almost. 3 more.
Right? Just more hard than
Yeah, she just jumps higher. You can work hard in 3 more in 3 seconds. Oh, 3 seconds now. 2, 1, jump. Rest. Like the first catch or last catch before rest, we're like
Yeah.
stumbling. This
We're
should be hard.
almost
Was it 2 more?
2 more.
It's 2 more. There's some rest before the dry line. We've got 4 minutes of
Same 5.
catching the breath.
We're lucky.
4 minutes that we don't actually count. What we do count is the rest. We start in 10 seconds. 2 more times. It's 2 more. In 5. Jump. Rest. Last one, best one.
I jumped shorter a bit.
Oh. Am I right when I say that there's less comments the harder the workout gets? I think the same.
When you speak less, it's always
Same. Same goes for us.
1 more time.
Not a lot of comments.
Last comment.
Last one, best one. Pretend like this is the end of it.
Yeah.
Got 5 seconds. You only get the full benefit if you give the full effort. Let's do it. 2, 1, jump. Rest. Solid. High five to everybody. Huh. Solid. I can reassure everybody that this was the max heart rate of the day. Don't know if it's the maximum pain today. We are halfway through the exercises, and that is only in terms of exercises. In terms of time, Sophia said it, not me.
More like 30%.
More like 30%. Oh. All right. Now we got 4 minutes of rest. Shake the legs, drink a little,
Yeah.
and we're ready to go. Yo, Dylan! Dylan Woodbury's with us.
Dylan, hello.
He's a short track skater from US, good friend of ours. And also...
Shorttrack and Longtrack.
And Longtrack, my bad. He's probably gonna beat my sprint PBs in a few months or so. Oh.
Congrats with making the junior team.
Oh yeah, shout out. Dylan's on the junior development team in the US. He's pretty badass, and he's a short track skater, so he's probably capable of doing these exercises quite well too. Oh. I'll put this camera down because my arm is about to get sore. It is warm.
No problem.
No, I don't know if we're like allowed to complain about
No,
how
sorry.
awesome weather is, but
Sorry for complaining.
I'm trying to place the camera in a good position here for the rest of
Get
it.
it first sweat drop.
God, does it count in the break? Oh, okay. No,
Yes, I got-
yes, I got sweaty. Huh.
Oh, so just remind you the exercises. The first is going to be tap, then outward hops, then circles, Killzone, and upside transfer.
I would show them, but I also don't want to. So
Yeah, so you'll see.
no, we'll make sure you're aware where we're gonna start when we start them. Hey Victor, are you doing in beach? Yeah, we're not actually doing it on the beach, but on this little fancy
Stand.
German beer bar balcony stand thing right next to the beach. We have so far only seen one single person walk in the entire area, so it's pretty isolated for how
big it is.
how big and non-isolated it should be. But yeah, perks of Corona. We're trying to look at the positive sides of it.
Yeah.
For you, there is no lockdown. Yes, there's definitely a lockdown. I don't know how it works in all countries, but here we're told to try and stay isolated, not have any social contact. So Sophia and I have been together for more than the time the lockdown took, so we feel pretty safe being close to each other. But we try and not have any contact with other human beings. I also avoid animals, but that's more like a personal fear.
You're just scared of dogs.
I'm just scared of dogs, okay. But yeah, we're free to go outside. We've been told that we can't sit outside for more than 5 minutes
Yeah,
in
but
the
if
same
we, like,
spot.
moving, that's okay.
Yeah.
So we make sure to move all the
So
time.
we stay activated. What else? All gyms are closed. We do weightlifting twice, sometimes thrice a week. So we did whatever we could to get a nice barbell and 81 kilograms.
Total.
And then we lift on the balcony. For the time of the season, it's not too terrible. In Portimao, near Faro in Portugal. Pretty sweet place. They got a lot of cool rocks. The beach is obviously not too terrible.
That is good. In shawarma.
Oh yeah, and shawarma. The post-dryland shawarma tradition is real. Ooh, we reached 26 viewers. That's pretty cool as we're starting in 30 seconds. It's too late to leave now. Can't bail.
Stay with us.
Yes, we got 15 minutes, 5 minutes rest, 15 minutes, 5 minutes rest, and 15 minutes, and then you can try and see if you can walk off the dead. So are we. Start in 20 seconds?
Yeah. Again, I'll do 1.5. Victor's gonna do 2. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, total takes 3 minutes for each exercise.
Yeah, so every third minute we start a new exercise. We start in 5 seconds.
Time?
First one is taps. Yes, all time. Let's go. Let's see if I can remember the time. Make sure your foot goes to the ground in between every little tap. It's supposed to activate, deactivate the outside of the butt here. That's what's supposed to burn. As far as I know, it's called gluteus medius. Make sure the shoulders are not tilting with the leg. You're not supposed to tilt the body to lift it. You're just supposed to use little butt here, or big butt if you've done it a lot, to lift up the leg. Already 30 seconds. That is not a lot. Sneaky moves to get a little rested.
I care about it.
Just gonna show how you're not supposed to do it. You gotta sit low. Unlike. Kidding. Yeah, we're already at a minute. Look, it hurts. Sophia and I had a semi-rest day yesterday where we just did some prehab. Actually, what we call the warm-up program in the description below. So we didn't really work out a lot. We did weightlifting pretty heavy this morning, and we were both like being a little cocky about how easy it was, how heavy we lifted. And this is just karma kicking back at us.
Yeah, we just had a talk like how recovered we felt in the morning.
You're only recovered until you're not.
It was a nice half a day of recovered. Being recovered. Is it say?
Now it is.
First exercise down, and it's 14. No, yeah, 14.
That was terrible way to say. Whatever she said is correct, but not nice. the rest of us can take a breather. No, we all got an extra minute of rest for now. And we're going. It's not gonna get easier, but we're for sure gonna get used to the pain.
Heart rate is not gonna go higher than 4th zone, 3rd zone.
Where are we living? I am living a little all over the place. In my off season, I'm in Denmark because that's where I have most of my friends and family and such. It's also where my sponsors are, so I have some meet and greet events after the season. Also some testing with my National Olympic Committee. And then in season, I am either somewhere really nice where I can train a lot with Sophia, or in Salt Lake City, Utah, with the FAST team, where I'm also a US national team training partner. Sophia?
Yeah, I also live all over the place. I'll tell you about it.
I live on the beach.
Yeah,
We start in 5 seconds with the tiny outward hops. 3 to each side.
I can talk and do this.
Oh, let's go. Sophia does not like dynamic stuff, but she is incredibly good at one leg up down for some reason. I feel like this one is not too bad today. You just have to get used to it.
Wait for this outside.
Just wait for the end of it. One thing that's definitely a perk for me, timing this, is that we start and finish in full minutes.
Yeah.
It makes such a difference. When you're tired,
Yeah.
math becomes hard. Don't move too much, they're compact. Look a little ahead of you. That's not meant for Sophia, but also meant for Sophia. Find balance before you initiate the next jump. Stay low, especially the upper body. Don't let it rock up and down. Catch it solid. That was 1 minute. Do you honestly think it's a little easier when you've done the pre-hit the day before?
Yeah.
Not for the muscles, but like sitting low, it just appears a little more comfortable.
I don't know. I always.
But isn't it nice today? That was 1.5 minutes.
Remember when I said heart rate not gonna go higher than the 3rd zone? I lied.
Oh, I'm in zone 3 as well. Got 15 seconds left.
Next one is circles.
Gotta dust something to your legs to do the explosive stuff first.
Yeah.
Like it breaks down some
Yeah.
barrier. And rest.
Well, explosive was hard today, harder than last time.
Yeah, that was no fun. When you will be live with Mantia, do you advise these exercises? Whoa. Yes, we advise these exercises for almost all kinds of skating. Yeah, I used to be an inline skater, now I'm a Longtrack skater. Sophia is
Yeah, I'm a Shorttrack speed skater.
even used to be.
Figure skater.
So I think you can use it for everything. As you may have noticed, this takes a lot of balance, a lot of stamina, endurance. What we did in the beginning takes some power, some speed, some explosivity. God, even the core got challenged in the beginning. So you can use this not only for skating, but for so many different things.
Even for hockey, I think it's good.
Oh, how can we judge perfect frame size? Whew. We start in 3 seconds. That's my skate. Let's go, circles. Now, perfect size of the frame depends on a few things, not too many things. Generally, it's just how big and how powerful you are, but it also comes into play how experienced and how well developed your stability is on the skates. The size of the wheels should usually be smaller the younger and the smaller a person you are, because they're going to be heavier and it's going to take more effort to steer and to push the wheels away from yourself. And what goes for the size of the wheels, the higher you get your boot, the more stability it takes here. So if you're new to skating and you could put yourself on 3x125 wheels, even though you might feel like there's more roll, you're simply gonna skate worse and not get the most out of it. So If it's a long-term thing and you're not just trying to do one fast marathon in a week and then quit skating, start out with some 100 millimeters, 110 four-wheel frames. The more contact points you have with the ground, the easier it's going to be to sort of manipulate the skates, especially turning. And that was 115. And when it's closest to the ground, you can just steer, you can turn. You're not going to lose anything from not being like pushing directly into the ground. And that was a minute and a half. Also, there's some rules that you can't skate on tracks, at least at competitions, if you have wheels bigger than 110 millimeters.
I admire how you can talk and do exercises.
Maybe not. I admire how you can't sweat and wear long tights. And rest, guys. Yeah, it's funny you ask, because we just ordered skates for Sophia. From my own company, topskate.dk, we will help you answer all these questions. And her skates are 3-wheel skates with 110 millimeter wheels. So because she hasn't inline skated before, the wheels are gonna feel really heavy compared to ice skating blades. So we went for a 3-wheel blade or frame. And also, you got fewer contact points, so it's a little harder. You can get more resistance and more power in every stroke, which is a little closer to the feeling you have on ice. However, after a few weeks, I think we're gonna, maybe a month or two, gonna put her on 4-wheel frames when she's a little more used to the sped up motion underneath herself. Starting 10. Killzone. Mushrooms. Spaghetti? Spaghetti. 2, 1. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make our own kebab pizza. It's like coaching kids like, I'm low, look, I'm low.
Look.
I did that last time. I like tried to almost look at the camera through the eyebrows. That was hard. If you struggle to keep the knee out, a lot of people do that where they twist it in a little. Make sure that you feel it here. And you can even kind of fool yourself into having the knee out for longer. If you put a little more pressure at the outside of your shoes, you should almost feel like, oh, almost tilting. It's gonna make it really easy to try and go from a classic push to a double push once you get back in the inlines. I'm not saying you're gonna double push if you do this, but you're gonna develop the muscle strength to do so. That was a minute. Done. And that was a minute and a half.
Oh. Back to the question, where do I live?
Give me 5 minutes.
Last season I trained in Salt Lake for 4 months. Yeah, I basically lived all over the place. But normally I live in St. Petersburg, that's where my family stays.
And rest.
And yeah, I train in Moscow, so I spend more time in Moscow than St. Petersburg. Yeah, on the training base with the Russian national team.
How to get a perfect push. Oh, that's a long story. Thanks for sharing. Oh, we should place the camera somewhere more solid. Oh, I see. Well, there's no more jumps, but that was really good advice. We'll make sure to think of that the next time. If we jump now, it's a mistake. Oh, it's small jumps. That's actually true. All right, we're starting 10 seconds. We'll come back to the comments. We've got a 5-minute rest after this one. The single leg thing. We're starting 3. Watch and learn.
Yeah, just watch.
The names are complicated. Let's do it. Remember, it's one fluent, smooth movement. We use this, sit in the hip, keep the knee out, and go down and to the side. You can use your arms to get a little more power into it. Just one more minute. We're done with set 1. I feel my neck getting burned. Yeah, it's not. Maybe I shouldn't have done weights outside. Now it's 10 and a half.
Now we could say like we're halfway through.
Yeah, for sure. Only half an hour to go.
Halfway through. Oh, I sweat more today.
Yes. Rest. 5 minutes rest.
Shake your legs. Walk a little.
Hit us up with all the comments because now we have time. I think we got overruled by the amount of comments today. But if you super chat, click on the $sign below, you can donate to us, the channel. And then your comment is going to be highlighted and stay on the screen for everybody, and including us. And we're going to look at that comment and really talk about that for the next 5 minutes until we start again. Until then, we're going to do our best. So where do you come from? Thanks for the feedback. Oh, we should find a steady place. Might be hard for now. This wooden thing is a little annoying, but we'll make sure to get it stable for next time. What other forms of cardio work do you do to support your skating? Obviously this is also cardio work, but do you run or use static machines in the gym?
We bike a lot.
Yeah, we do bike a lot. For the simple, like, we exclude running to quite a large extent, mainly because of the limitations due to risk of injuries, and also it's not that hard to do 4 hours of zone 1, zone 2 cardio work on a bike, but if you do 4 hours of running,
yeah,
the next day is not going to be very comfortable. And yeah, cycling is also very specific to skating, at least of the forms of sports where you can keep going for a long time. Like generally the legs working.
But it doesn't mean we don't run at all. Like we jog for warm-up.
We jog for warm-up, for recovery sometimes, just use different muscle groups. It's pretty good to get the blood flowing, get choking out. It's easy to get a high heart rate because you use so many different muscle groups. But we bike, and then inline skating is a good cardio workout.
Sometimes when we do lunges.
Yeah. How to get a perfect push? How to get a perfect push? You train a lot and you get really strong in the muscles you need. Find good balance, skate for about 10 to 15 years, and watch all my YouTube videos. That's a really complicated question. If that was simple, we would all be good skaters. Advice you gave the frame and the wheel size for under 10 years. That definitely depends how physically developed the skater is. If you're big, tall, strong for your age, you could use bigger wheels. So that's very individual. Sun heater, strongly recommend water breaks. Yes, Jeffrey, that is a really good advice. Electrolytes if possible, isotonic water, keep drinking. I'll take the advice myself. especially think statical exercise like this can fool you into not drinking so much, because it doesn't feel as exhausting as if you're sprinting or cycling really hard uphill, because you're not moving around so much. But it is hard and you need to hydrate. We need that leg emoji. That is a really good point. We need a leg emoji like the...
We
big
have
guy.
it.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have a like emoji.
But isn't that more like a... Or is that it?
I think it is.
Yeah. I feel like we need a full quad leg emoji.
Or robot like emoji.
Yeah, that would be good. Iron legs. We're gonna file a complaint to Apple and Android for that.
Yeah.
Good point. Oh, we just got one more minute. Last minute, there was a few questions if I could do a live with Joey Mantilla. I said yeah, probably. I know Joey quite well, being his roommate for a year last season. We even talked about it, but maybe right now is not the smartest time to gather up and do a live.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'd be down for it. So whenever COVID-19 is over, I'll set that up. Until then, you just got Sophia and I.
You just got me, sorry. I'm not joking my tears.
Besides the size of the legs, she's pretty cool too, though. I don't know, right now the legs are not worth much. Yep. You guys psyched? We start in 20 seconds.
With tabs, side tabs.
Tiny tabs. Don't forget to super chat. That's why we do this. That's what makes us capable of doing. Okay, we start in 2 seconds. 3 in each leg. Don't move the rest. Isolate that little part of your butt and work on it. Everybody can tilt.
Don't hit my face.
You don't do this very often. Yeah. Do you prefer taps or extensions?
Oh.
I don't prefer extensions. Yeah?
What do you like first?
It all has to react to it. It's like doing on-off instead of just keeping it so formula.
I know what it was.
Just happy we haven't had them in the same workout. That was a minute. Don't let the knee fall in here when you lift it up. Keep it out here when you use the butt. If you have your knee in here, there's no way you can double push when you're on inlines. Oh, they're building a house behind us. And that's a minute and a half. Hey guys.
Hey.
Thought we had somebody join us. That would be fun. Scratch that. 15 seconds.
We're going to swim after?
Hell yeah. Swim in shawarma. Ice bath. And rest for the rest of us. Is anybody else doing the same as us?
Same as Victor? I think nobody does.
When is your next competition, sir? God, I wish I knew. You know Sabian Tenson. I am definitely not Sabian Tension. I'm Viktor Thorup. But thanks for reminding me. I don't even know who that is. I also try and not jump high. I try and stay low. The goal of these exercises is to try and stay low and compact. Same goes for when you're out skating. No reason to throw yourself off the ground if you can stay low. Push to the sides, push into the ground instead of just losing it up in the air. When is my next competition? We don't know. Usually our World Cups for both of us start in
November?
November.
October, November.
Hopefully COVID-19 is over with. There won't be much inline skating for the same reason. So we're looking forward to November, trying to Get strong for them. We start in 2 seconds.
Outward hops.
Yes. Tough start when I miss balance on the first jump. Long way to go. Oh, this is where the camera hops up and down. I guess we need to land some
Jump smooth.
challenge exit. Challenge not exit. 30 seconds in. Yeah. Look at the rockets placed on. Thought the wind would be. If you don't like how the camera is set up, you can always super chat. And we promise to use that for a better little tripod to put the camera on. Oh yeah, it is actually shaking. That was a minute. Ten seconds to go. And rest. Oh. Only halfway with the last part. Almost. Oh, still a lot of people hanging on. Impressive.
We do cycling. Yeah, we do cycling.
When down and balanced, do you clench your...
God.
We try and let it loose. Like you want to make sure to get the most blood flow as possible. And any muscle you can relax it. There's some things such as the core, you need to be a little tight so it doesn't bump around. Same goes for the hips, so you don't lose power, get too noodle-ish. But the recovery leg, for example, and the hip flexor, you just push off, and then because you sit tight in the hips, this should just in a natural movement come back at you. Funny ass, because next exercise is circle. So let's practice that relaxed leg coming backwards. Start now. Trust me, if you skate, especially long distance, you don't want to be tense for a marathon or 10K on ice, because you can't make it that far completely anaerobically. So you want to get some oxygen out to the muscle capillaries and make it a lot easier that way. Yeah. The side extension is because it's so specific where it burns. 1 minute down. I think last set is in general the worst. No matter what exercise it is. It's a long day. 15 more if you're doing 1.5. Minute and a half. I'm glad I'm not doing 2.5. $135. What are you guys at heart rate wise? Let us know. Let's suffer in solidarity.
I'm at 148.
And rest. Whew. 2 more, and we only got a single set to go. 23 people still with us. That's badass. I'm following you guys, and it kills my thigh already. We feel you. Cycling is important for skating. I think it's not.
It's a good tool.
Yeah. Obviously, there's some things you can hack by biking. I think I had quite a few, even Sophia had quite a few 4-hour, 3-hour bike rides with no trouble, no soreness.
Yeah.
If you skate for 3-4 hours to get the same like cardiovascular effect out of it, you're gonna be really sore and your technique might not hold together. So it's a smart way to get a lot of cardio work in with no technical focus. We start at 5. Killzone. So cycling is really great, but it's not necessary. Let's go. Same goes for weightlifting. I do think for ice skaters, cycling is almost not necessary, but it's a really good tool in the summer because you have a long period where you really can't do your main target sport. .45. Feel it push into the ground. Want to feel the wooden pieces bend under our feet. That was a minute. Keep it low, keep it controlled. Don't rush it. Another good way to feel this leg really tight and the other one super relaxed. Not pulling you out of control. Make sure it's all pointing forward, all aligned, but as loose as you can get. That was a minute and a half, guys. And girl.
One more. Almost there.
More. Yep. 6 exercises.
Easy.
Kind sounds.
Like nothing.
Kind sounds
Piece of cake.
overcomable, doable. What's happening?
You have so much muscle energy, so yeah.
That's how I felt an hour and a half ago. Whether I have a lot of muscle energy right now, debatable. Sophia and I didn't really do anything else than just do this very often for many, many years. And trust me, it becomes easier, or at least you can do it for a lot longer.
Yeah.
More than a second. That's how it works. Skating becomes easier.
Yeah.
When you sit low like this for what is like literally hours a week, skating is a piece of cake. And when you're this low, skating a little higher feels also pretty easy. Starting in 3 seconds, not so easy. Last one, best one. Let's do it.
Upside transfer.
Upside. Handstand transfer. See, we should make a joke at some point. Like in the last exercise, just a 10-step handstand. Elite, one hand.
Stop.
Focus. Should we kick Sophia off the team?
No. I'll focus on first.
Maybe I'll go in. She probably. Feel this. Really feel it in the hips, the butt. Then it sink down. Then forward. You should be able to like jump powerful jumps to the side. But don't. Keep it controlled. But at least you should feel that power coming from up here, down, over. Make sure you get down before you go over. Otherwise, you're also gonna do this on your skates, shorten off your push. That was a minute. Hip lead, not pointing the knee out, let it follow. It's a minute and a half.
Oh, 2 steps down.
Okay, we're almost done. Time flies. Ish. Especially in the breaks. Five more seconds.
Can I see it?
And rest up. 5 more minutes.
Sorry for shaking.
Nice. Big respect, big shout out to all the 24 people that are still with us. Not sure how more people join as we go on, but that's impressive. Keep it up. Thanks for all the likes. Got 20 likes as we went on with the video. I assume if there's any dislikes, it's understandable.
Yeah.
We might end up disliking this at the end of it. Oh yeah, if we didn't mention that clearly enough, we got 5 minutes of rest.
Better not to sit like me and shake your legs.
Dylan saying hi.
Hi, Dylan.
Thank you, Dylan. Say hi to the fam. Thanks for joining. You have any trainer for skating? I'm coached partly by Mitch Whitmore. He's my daily coach and my technical coach and sort of mentor. And partly by Jesper Carlsen, who's also the Danish national coach. And Sophia?
I'm coached by the national team in Russia by Vladimir Grigoriev and Tatiana Baradulina. For now. Yeah, I mean, for now. Yeah.
Depends how hard the last set is.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been training in US for 4 months under Will Boomstra control. Yeah, I really like it. I admire her as a coach. She's awesome. But yeah, I've decided to join my team this year. And yeah.
Yeah, I think it goes for most of us. We're pretty adventurous in how we train. Been to different countries, trained with different teams, different coaches. I spent 4 years almost leading up to the Pyeongchang Olympics training with the Norwegian national team to learn how they do it up in Norway. I spent a year in the Kia Speed Skating Academy with a bunch of really cool skaters that are really fast at skating, coached by Jeremy Wotherspoon, where I got some nice insights. I went to France for 4 years, got coached by Pascal Briand. He's a multiple-time world champion, also Olympian on ice. Sophia, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm an ice skater. I'm a short track speed skater. Yeah, so yeah, I'm also skating on ice. Viktor, come back. Oh.
Got 2 more minutes. And we're going for the last set.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes. One of the really cool things about exercises such as these that are statical and they are pretty slow in the way that the movements are chill, controlled, is that we have all the time in the world to make sure we do it properly. So now that we got tired, it should still, unlike when we're out skating, we tend to mess up the technique when we get tired because we don't have the capacity to think about it, and it's all very rushed. Here we got the time. If you have a mirror in front of you, or if you have us in front of you, use us, look at us, stay low. That's super simple, stay low, keep it all
Compact.
Yeah, compact. Do it well. It's supposed to hurt. The more it hurts, the better you're gonna get. And this is your chance to learn to sit low. The more it hurts now, the less it's gonna hurt in the skating position. just don't go easy, but do it well. This goes for everything. We started out by saying, you can also find it below in the description, like rather do this at the beginner level or the medium intermediate level and sit lower and do it really like,
Well.
Yeah, do it well.
Then
that
do a
takes you
lot
further.
and bad.
Yeah, build up. Everybody can do circles if they're like standing for hours. So that's a good thing about doing this at home. It won't be a competition. When is the next live session? If you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, there's some links below. Then we're gonna post about it there. But there's going to be just one session next week, but that session is gonna be a set of 6 completely new exercises that are dynamic. So you wanna watch that. A little teaser there. We go in 15 seconds. I'll use those 15 seconds to tell you all to please super chat, donate a little to us. We will appreciate it a lot. Last set. Don't hate us for this. 2 seconds. So we're going with the taps. That was 2. All right. Don't forget what we just talked about. Do it well. Make it hurt. If we didn't want it to hurt, we wouldn't do it. That is the main reason we do it at all. Keep the shoulders flat, keep them relaxed. Let it sink down, feel your butt relax, activate it. Look a little ahead of you, because we do that when we're out skating. Also, a lot of people have the habit, if you look a little in front of you, you're gonna maintain this position with the shoulders above the knees, above the toes. Unlike if you make the mistake of looking down, it's easy to kick backwards and sit a little higher. Stay low. That was a minute already. Really? Also, don't let your feet point away. Then you're gonna open up in the hip, and that's not what we want. Then you're gonna twist the body, and you won't find any pressure with this leg, and you won't make any speed. So point forward with the feet, keep them aligned. If you have a line in front of you like Sophia has with the ground here, make sure to use it. Put them down in a perfect line. Parallel, aligned. That was a minute and a half.
How do I exercise this? Makes me happy.
It does actually sound easy now. Oh, rest. So let's say 10 seconds. We might make it through.
Yeah. Might even survive.
Good job, Igor.
Good job, you too.
Respect for holding on. That's pretty solid. We've been working out for
almost an
hour and
hour.
15 minutes almost, yeah. Impressive. Respect to all the people that are still following. This is not a tutorial or a demonstration. This is our workout too, and we feel it. I did not just pour water over my head to be this sweaty. We start in 20.
Yeah. Small hops.
Oh yep. Last. Make it count. 5. 2, 1. Set off, build the power from a low position, and also catch it in a low position. Like you would do out skating. You wouldn't be like jumping up and down. You'd want to stay that same height. Just generate the power underneath yourself. Don't tense up in the shoulders, the arms. Tighten up here in the core, feel your belly button underneath yourself, the hips a little forward, and small jumps. It's already 40 seconds. good idea to look forward a little through your eyebrows to see where you're going, because this is meant to be skating. Unless you know the track so well, you can just look right down at your feet. See how I made it sound cool? Minute 15.
I know the track pretty well. Straight left, straight left.
We don't all have the perk of being so far ahead of our opponents that we can just like. Alright, minute and a half.
Ooh, ready to go. Almost there.
Technically just circles and we go.
Yeah. And then cool down next.
15 seconds. Five. Rest. Whew. 3 more. What's that? It's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
9 minutes.
9 minutes and you're done.
Yeah, I lost the math a while ago.
Don't forget to cool down after that.
And subscribe. And leave that super chat comment. We're gonna appreciate it.
Might get some more water.
Yes. Which company road bike? Working on basic. Yeah, work the basics. Basics are key to good skating. I think it goes for almost every sport, but you can get a long way with the basics. And if you don't have the basics, especially stuff like Killzone and circles, all this basically, there's no way you can get good at your sport if it's a skating sport. Road bikes, I'm sponsored by Pronghorn. It's a Danish company, Pronghorn, like the rare animal. Sophia, let's do circles meanwhile. If you want to check our bikes out, I'm pretty sure you can find plenty of photos on Instagram. If you want to see how we ride, you can find us on Strava. It's pretty cool. That was a minute. Oh, we started warm up a minute, an hour 40 ago.
Yeah.
Like a fucking bike ride, heart rate wise too. That drops. 120. 10 seconds to go for those that are doing the hard program.
What's going on with my arms? Seriously?
Well, you can relax for now. That was a minute and a half.
Yeah, what about my road bike?
It's brand new.
Yeah, it's brand new. I just got it. Before this train came, I already crashed once. It's Canyon Aero AD. Oh, this is the best one I had so far. Yeah, I really enjoy cycling that. Oh, sorry.
Sounds like you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And rest. Whew. Yeah, my bike is a Pronghorn, also Aero Edition. We prefer to ride on the flat. It's easier to stay in the right heart rate zones. Also, we live in Russia and Denmark where it's mainly flat, so we both got Aero bikes. It's a little sweeter. Pronghorn is super cool. I actually met up with them, went to where they manufacture the bikes. It's pretty cheap also, so I recommend you to take a look at it, Pronghorn. Same goes for Canyon, it's pretty cheap as well. How much hour spent for basics in a week? What do you spend, like 3 hours on this? Yeah.
Yeah, twice a week.
Today's gonna be a bit longer than an hour and a half. Last time was a bit shorter. We do also prehab stuff like flexibility, so maybe 4 hours a week. Three sessions. We also do basics on the ice, some technical drills. We start in 2 seconds with the Killzone. So if you include drills on the ice, some warm-up exercises, say what, 5 hours a week?
Yeah.
4 hours, 5 hours a week? It all depends what you consider basics.
We work on basics mainly now.
Yeah.
Summertime.
We don't have any competitions coming up, so we got all the time in the world to just build a crazy shape on the bike and work on the technical aspects of skating here on the inlines. And then we do some weightlifting just to maintain explosivity and strength. Also to prevent injuries to some extent. Got 1 minute. Total of 3 minutes of work left. Break between. Fear not. I really hope nobody's ever felt this much pain at this beer bar.
Yeah.
That's been a rough night. And odd if you feel it in the legs. Some serious pop crawl going on there. I wonder if people see it. That was rest for some of us.
We go swim in the ocean.
Yay.
Just kidding. It's the goal.
Nature zone ice bath. Perfect for recovery, the blood flow. Ten seconds. And rest up. 1 single exercise left. Gotta give yourself a big solid high five if you made it this far. See, still 15 people. Let us know how you like this and how it went. If it was too hard, too easy, we'll try and adapt. I'm also no Peter Sagan. I do think I would be better than Peter Sagan at just this. Probably not at a bike. I also think we train the basics a little more often.
Who's Peter Sagan?
You don't know who Peter Sagan is? For those that don't know who Peter Sagan is, he's a pretty badass cyclist. I'm very certain he could beat us on a bike easily. He's not a skater though, so I would say I'm glad I'm not Peter Sagan, especially right now where we're doing dry line. We go in 5 seconds. Please let me know in the comments who I'm also not. It's a great pleasure. You can be negative too. Restart. Last exercise of the day. It's about to say last of the week, but we got a packed weekend with what, a total of 4 hours, 5 hours of riding. Make sure when you do the transfer that you also stay low, so you're not like jumping up into the transfer. You want to go low, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. Same goes for the shoulders. Should be completely parallel to the ground at any time. "45 seconds in. It's a minute. Last minute of the whole workout. This is where your opponents are tired. This is where you build that extra strength. Keep it smooth, keep it low. Don't be easy on yourself. Otherwise you shouldn't have done it. That would be easier. And that was 130.
Woo! That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too easy either.
2 sets ago it was too bad.
Okay, jumps was pretty horrible.
It's also rude.
Yeah, jumps
Ride a
was the
program like
hardest.
that.
Yeah.
Starting out with the tense part.
Make it lower. Last lap.
Usually I go really high in the last lap. that was it. Oh, before I forget, the reason we did the intensive part at first was not just to mess with you guys and make it terrible. It's because once we done all this dry land, we got the legs pretty lazy and we can't get the same explosive jumps and the same benefit of those out of it when we're too exhausted. So we got to do that first. I'm enjoying a lot. Watched all of your videos. Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
I appreciate that. How many hours you do skating in a day? Oh, an average. I think right now we skate.
Inline?
Yeah, this week I had 3.5 hours of skating.
I had 40 minutes, yeah.
Not a lot. When we get to the season, we skate a lot.
Yeah, we sometimes skate twice a day.
Yeah, Sophia especially skates. Well, sometimes you have like 9 sessions a week.
Yeah.
I tend to have more like 4 to 5, and then I bike a lot because I'm more of a long distance skater, where Sophia is good at everything.
Yeah, short track is like you should be good at everything. But yeah. 1,000, 500.
The difference is that in short track World Cups they have 1,500 meters as their longest distance, whereas I have 10K and mass start that are 6, 7, and 10 kilometers long. So I need a little more of that aerobic shape, where Sophia needs a little more of the speed and the capacity to sprint. So she skates more often than I do, where I build a little more shape in season. But yeah, I'd say sometimes we have like 15 hours in a week on ice, maybe.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, but right now we don't skate so much. The closer we get to competitions, I think this goes for almost every sport. The closer you get to a competition, the more you would want to be sport specific in your workouts, to spend more time doing the thing you're going to compete at. For example, I don't think we would ever spend more than an hour at the most doing stuff like this leading up to competitions. An hour a week.
We don't do it at all, like for the warm up.
Yeah, that's all. To activate, not to actually build. Dabs. How many hours? Okay, thanks. No Peter second. I guess all there's left to say, we're gonna keep the live going for a minute or so, so you guys have the chance to ask a few questions. Remember to super chat. We appreciate that. Also, if you want to know more about how we think you should train to be good at inline skating, there's a program below that you can check out. It's there's a free preview even, so you can see what it's about. Stretching is important. Stretching is important. Once you've done muscular work like this, or anything where you kind of break the muscle fibers down, such as weightlifting, don't stretch right after. There's a lot of scientific evidence that stretching is only going to make you more sore. But in general, you want to be flexible, improve your range of motion.
So dynamic stretching is good before the workouts.
Yeah, it doesn't make you like lazy, but just makes you
flexible.
Yeah, flexible. It's a big reason why some people are stronger than others is not their muscular power, but more to what extent they're capable of using it. So if there's certain positions you need to use extra energy, extra power to get in, such as getting low or extend your legs probably, you're gonna be limited by your flexibility and your mobility, so you want to stretch more.
Yeah, that's the reason you would stretch.
Yeah, we stretched for an hour.
Yeah.
So it's active stretching yesterday.
Active stretching.
If you want to check out, we made a video with every single exercise we did actually. There's a link to that YouTube video. We put it below in the description and called it the warm-up, our warm-up suggestion. But you can also do like a full stretching session. What was that question?
Do exercise before skating. Exercise is more important before skating. So as a warm-up, like some dry land before the skating. Yeah. Just to feel the position to, like
Yeah,
skating specific dry land.
If it was a question like whether it's more important before or after,
Then
for the
would say
performance.
before.
Yeah, definitely before. What you do after is more either to feel comfortable. Stretching is relaxation for the mind, but cool down is more important than stretching, I would say, at least as a recovery tool.
Yeah, we use like as cool down. We use some jogging or cycling, foam rolls. Yeah, massage as a recovery.
Yeah, anything that's not too hard but gets the blood flowing is super useful to boost and optimize recovery. I read I'm pretty sure the research points towards that recovery should go all the way up to 30 minutes of active recovery after a workout before you start to get tired again. So whenever you're done doing a hard workout, you can jog or bike or anything.
That's what we gotta do now.
For 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah, especially if you don't have a workout later that same day, you want to make sure not to sit down for too many hours afterwards and just get sore from that.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Badass that you made it through what was the longest,
Yeah.
hardest dryland.
Yeah.
Next week, you should subscribe to the channel, because then you're gonna get a little notification next time we have a live. Next week we're gonna have only one dryland session, but it's gonna be a completely different kind of dryland. It's gonna be dynamic, so instead of these super slow movements, it's gonna be a little more speed in them. You can still do it anywhere. You don't need excessive space. You can do it in your tiny little single room apartment if that's what you want to do. And
Yeah.
it's still gonna be pretty hard. It's gonna be shorter, but still hard. Let us know if you're joining for next time. Make sure to share this with everybody that you think would want to join.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go for a.
Cool down.
I was gonna say shawarma, but we'll
We'll cool down.
We'll cool down. Yeah. On a serious note, make sure to cool down. And thanks a lot for the shares, the super chats, the donations. It's been cool.
Yeah. See ya.
When are you coming to India? Oh, all right, so many people, before we shut this down, there's so many people asking, when are we going to India? We talked about this earlier today, and we would really like to go to India. Our season ends late March, so if there's any Indians out there that wants us to come to India, seriously, contact me on Instagram, and we would be able to schedule something for April. You'd have to wait till next spring because there's COVID-19, and then we have our own ice seasons that will still be the first priority here.
Season in India.
But off-season in India is definitely for real. So if you want to help us arrange a camp in India, yeah, hit us up on Instagram, and we're serious about it. How to increase leg strength. If you go 1 hour and 32 minutes back in this video, you got your answer. Bye-bye, everybody.